It's been just over a month since Tomb Raider Remastered was released, and I've been playing it a little bit on and off over the past few weeks, and so far this has been a really impressive collection of these classic Tomb Raider games. And in case you already couldn't tell from the channel, Tomb Raider is one of my favourite gaming franchises, and Lara Croft is a very important character to me. So I love all the eras of Tomb Raider, sorry classic stands, and I've been super hyped to jump back into these classics, as it has actually been a good little while since I last played them. I was wanting to make a dedicated video on it, but I just haven't played a hell of a lot of it, to be honest with you. At the time of writing this intro section, I have only played through most of Tomb Raider 1, but that's about it, so I couldn't really do a deep dive into these remasters anyway, and it's also probably going to be a bit before I get back into the games anyway. This is because of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It came out, and look, Tomb Raider might be my favorite gaming franchise, right? But Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of my favorite games of all time, so of course I'm going to prioritize playing Rebirth over the remasters. However, it's all good because the remasters are still going to be there when I'm done, so, it doesn't really matter, does it? But either way, during my time with these remasters, I have found that my thoughts on it haven't really changed that much from my initial impressions back at launch anyway. So for this video, I'm just going to kind of split it into two segments. The first is just going to be using the footage from my initial impressions playing the game for the first time at launch when I did a live stream of it. Since the patch was just recently released, I'll do a segment where I talk about kind of the patch and my additional thoughts that I have had as I have continued playing through the game. And I'll timestamp all the segments below. Also, before we get into it, if you want more Tomb Raider content, I recently did a video on Angel of Darkness using fan-made mods to kind of remaster the game, and I also did a video on the 2013 reboot a little while ago as well, so I'll leave those linked below the like button if you're interested. And also, please keep in mind that a lot of the footage in this video was recorded during my initial impressions live stream at launch over on my live stream channel, Rebelcroft Live, so it is going to be a little bit outdated, but this video is more focused on checking out what the remasters have to offer and just having a bit of fun revisiting one of my favorite Tomb Raider games, Tomb Raider 1, with the new modern control scheme. I'll switch to the modern controls and we'll see how they play, and then we might just switch back and forth between them. But yeah, I'm going to start with Tomb Raider 1 because that's the one I kind of know the most. Look at that, it's just the lighting, the atmosphere is very different. It's kind of hard to see, but Lara also now has facial animations. The modern control scheme gives us full, basically 360 movement. This model looks fantastic. Let's get in the light, let's have a good look at it. Look at this. Look at how good she looks. One thing they have done is they have added a lot into the levels just to create some new lighting and kind of give the levels a little bit of atmosphere. So as we can see here, they've actually added these little ceiling pieces in. Yeah, but they've added little snow and little lighting. I think the biggest change is the lighting. The lighting just looks so good. And I'm by no means a big classic Tomb Raider fan. I like classic Tomb Raider, it's fun, I've enjoyed all those games. My favorite one is, my favorite ones are Angel of Darkness and Tomb Raider 1. The classic control scheme was something I had spent ages really trying to learn and really trying to master, so it is a little weird just running around. Look at the difference here, it's so dark right here. You got a nice little silhouette of Lara. And then, look at the difference. This is one of the rooms I was talking about a bit before. This is where they've kind of gone through and added a few extra things. So you've actually got now a little opening in the ceiling just to add a little bit more light in, which looks, it kind of gives it a cinematic look almost. Oh, there's so many of them. Alright, I think we got them. Now, I definitely think it's been a good few years since I last played Tomb Raider 1. And like I said, I've only played it twice. So I'm probably not going to remember where all the items are. Oh god, no, that's not what I was expecting. Fuck, you see what I mean? I forgot that was in there. Everything still looks like it fits into the game. It's nothing's overdone. Do you know what I'm really worried about though? I'm really worried about getting used to these new controls and then going back to the old control scheme and not being able to play it. So I feel like that would happen to me. I feel like I'll go back to like the old... Oh my god. How do we go up? I can't go up. What is happening? Oh, hang on. Is it all camera based now? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. See, like I said, I'm so... Oh, Jesus. I'm so used to controlling this. Okay, you know what? For this, I'm going to switch to classic controls. Fuck it. So a lot of this stream is just going to be me going around and being like, oh my god, look at that. But this is another example here of where they've changed like the ceiling to add more light, a bit more detail. So now you've got like this big opening here, some vines coming down, adds a lot of extra lighting. Like now that I've switched back to the modern controls, I don't know which button it is. God damn it, I'm sick of this already. There we go. Okay, it's triangle. I don't know, I might just go back to the classic controls, to be honest. Not that these are bad, I think it's just going to take quite a bit to kind of get used to. So like that, I just pressed the wrong button to jump. They've also updated like all these sprites. Like in the original game, they're like these 2D sprites. Remember when games used to have like 2D sprites that would just like rotate around depending on what the angle you have was? So look at this. Now, there should be some more dogs around, especially when I get further down. Oh god, there are. Oh, there's so many of them. There's one thing you'll notice about Tomb Raider 1 a lot, is a lot of the time you don't really have a lot of human enemies in Tomb Raider 1. Let me walk. We'll do like a walking jump. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, you fucking bitch. Alright, never mind. And one thing you'll learn when playing classic Tomb Raider is the walk button is the button you're probably going to be spending a lot of time pressing, because it saves your life so much. Now you don't have walks. Oh, like that. Oh god, no, run. Oh no. Oh no. As I was saying, it saves your life quite a lot. So things like that don't actually happen. See, I'm still pressing all the buttons for the modern controls now. I fucked it for myself. See, and now, there it goes. And now I'm pressing the classic control buttons for action when I should be pressing these. It's gonna ruin my life. Like, I like to actually don't mind the modern controls, but I think I want to change a couple of the buttons, like the action buttons and stuff, back to how they are in classic. Takes forever. Can she roll? There we go. Okay. Okay, so with the modern controls, you have to, yeah, hold down the L2, and she'll just keep the guns out. So you just hold it down. Yeah, okay, that's much easier. Oh shit, I didn't kill that one. That's my bad. I should have been paying attention. I should have killed it. There we go. That's better. That's how this game should be played. Fucking slow and janky. The way it was intended. That's not shade on the classic controls, by the way. Like, these are the controls I'm used to. Let's go and finish the level. Move on to level number 3. Oh, no. That was a terrible mistake. Now I'm fucking back here again. God damn it. Alright. I just find the analog sticks with the modern controls are a little bit too, like, sensitive. Maybe I might... See what I mean? Like, very sensitive. Now, bear in mind, like, I'm not one of these, like, classic purists either, who's like, oh, the classic controls. Like, I'm just so used to playing these games with the classic controls that playing them with these different controls is just weird. So this is very different. Like, in the original game, you don't have, like, this big skybox here. In fact, you can see it. It's just blackness. It's just darkness. And like back in the day, I mean, that was like kind of one of the things, right? Like you used to run out into this black void, and then as you're turning the corner, the T-Rex would kind of come around the side. But now with this new modern version, you have this, you can actually see in the distance. You can even see that bridge, which you can only just kind of make out here, but you have this lovely skybox. Oh god, here we go. This is the bit. Let's make sure I have full health to deal with this. Oh, actually, I should have saved my game beforehand. Fuck. I actually don't remember there being a health bar. Oh god, never mind, I'm dead. This section might actually benefit from the modern controls. Let's give the modern controls a go. See, this is actually a lot easier, this strategy. I've almost killed him. There we go, we did it. We defeated the T-Rex. That was actually so much easier with the modern controls. It is a nice model though. Look at that model. And it's really cool too, because in the photo mode, you can actually switch between classic and the kind of modern, like the remastered look, and my god, that's hideous. Okay, let's start Tomb Raider 2. Let's just see what the first level of this game's like. I definitely do think you do have a little bit more precise control over the movement in combat when you're playing with the classic controls, just because you can use the left and right to also jump, where with the analog sticks it's a little bit fiddly. Oh fuck, oh no, oh no. That's not too bad, right? Man, giving me a photo mode is a problem. I also didn't mean to jump down here when I did. God, these guys take a lot. Jeez, they take so many bullets. There is spiders in here, so let's switch back to the pistols. Oh god, they're everywhere. Oh my god, they actually are. Fucking Lara, move. Oh god. Get out into the open. Into the open. Okay. But these fuckers take so much damage. They're like the birds. They just eat up the bullets. Dude, it's still alive. What the fuck? Is it dead? Have we got it? My god, we finally got it. Jeez. Can I jump over here? Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna fall down instead. I like that they haven't changed any of the animations or anything. Like, this is still very much true to the original. Oh, fuck. More spiders. Now, it's been so long since I played Tomb Raider 2. I don't remember any of this. We just go over it. We're fine. As long as I don't fall off. Oh, no. Oh, this is gonna end in disaster. Because I don't remember any of this. Like, I don't remember. Oh, no, actually, I do remember. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hang on. I gotta go this way. Hang on. I think I was meant to grab something there, but that's alright. And then I think I gotta grab this. Quickly grab it. Oh, my God. Grab it. And then I think there's another wall here. God, I'm guessing all of this because I don't remember any of it. I think I made that through that bit, not remembering any of how to do it. Oh, no. Oh, I'm dead anyway. It's fine. I was meant to press the action button, not jump. It's all good. Let's check out the opening level for Tomb Raider 3. Let's check that out. Let's see what that's like. Oh, look at this. Look at the lighting. That is a serious glow up. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've only ever played Tomb Raider 3, like, especially this opening level, like, once. And it was so long ago, too. Like, I could not tell you at all how to play through this level. Because I don't know. This is insane, though. Like, this looks so different. So different, I didn't realize this was meant to be, like, muddy water. But this looks amazing. This level here specifically is actually making me really excited to play more. That is such a difference. That's not even the same game. That's like a completely different game. Oh, that's not the way I wanted to go, Lara. Let's try a different way. No, never mind. Let's just fall down instead. We could do that as well. There's some shotgun ammo there. I actually should get that shotgun ammo. Again, the vegetation's really nice, but it's in me way. Can she swim, actually? Can I swim in this? Oh, I'm so fucking dead. I can't even see my character. I can't even see... Oh, there we go. Oh, no, I'm dead. Never mind. So since doing that live stream, I have played through most of Tomb Raider 1, haven't quite finished it yet, and my overall thoughts on the game haven't really changed that much from what I talked about in that live stream, but I do have some additional thoughts that I would like to add. So overall, I do think this is a very high quality and faithful remaster package. This seriously puts some other remaster projects out there to shame. The attention to detail with the texture and the lighting really makes each level stand out, and being able to switch between the classic and remaster graphics, you can really see the love that has gone into these levels, and especially with the lighting. I cannot praise the lighting in this game enough. The lighting really adds so much atmosphere and personality to each level. There are some issues where in some areas the lighting is a little dark and sometimes even even non-existent in certain areas of certain levels, which I think has been fixed in the recent patch, but overall I think the additional lighting is a very welcome addition. And what I love about it too is a lot of it is like natural lighting, right? So like they've replaced a lot of the ceilings in levels with like little openings to let in the light, and they've added some skyboxes there as well and stuff, and it just looks great. I also really love that a lot of the cutscenes have been remastered with new facial animations and lip syncing to the cutscenes. I do like the modern controls. I think they work really well for the most part, and I do think they are a great addition for new players. However, in my view, I don't really think they are well suited to the types of games that classic Tomb Raider are. Classic Tomb Raider levels are designed on this grid-based system, right? And the tank controls are specifically designed controls to work within that system. This narrative that Tomb Raider has bad controls just isn't remotely true. When you die in classic Tomb Raider, it is 100% your own fault every single time. It's not the control's fault, it's you don't understand how to play the game correctly and how to play the game properly. I used to think the exact same thing back in the day, but then one day when I was playing through Tomb Raider 1 for the first time, it just clicked with me how the game works. However, with all that said, the modern controls do work fine for the most part. When it comes to general movement and combat, they're actually pretty decent, and I have been playing through Tomb Raider 1 with these modern controls. However, when it comes to the more intricate platforming parts of each level, the modern controls just don't have the precision needed to do them properly. Especially when trying to execute platforming to get to certain secrets, it is possible to still do them with the modern controls, but the tank controls are objectively the better way to approach some of the tight platforming sections, which is again an example of how the controls in this game were specifically designed for the grid-based system. I think the pros of the modern controls do outweigh the cons, however. They also have their own benefits. For example, I think the swimming with the modern controls is an absolute improvement over what they used to be, and I also think in, you know, combat situations, especially in boss fights, I think the modern controls are actually a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing the T-Rex fight earlier with these controls. I think the biggest issue the modern controls have though is the camera, and this is something I've seen a lot of discussion with online. A lot of areas in each level are just too small, and it's just not designed for the camera to move the way it does, which often results in a very super glitchy camera, especially in really tight spaces. As a result, I do find myself often switching between modern and tank controls. The centered camera just works better for certain parts of the game. And the other issue I have is the minor issue is just with the button mapping. Like, to me, with the modern controls, the button for like action and walking have been like unnecessarily changed around. So I have swapped those buttons back to their tank control scheme. So I am keeping everything modern for like movement and combat and things, but for like those actions and like walking, I have switched back to the tank control button schemes for those. The other issue I have is the modern controls is actually holding the trigger to equip Lara's weapons. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I find it does cause some issues in combat situations where Lara can't quite lock on to an enemy after having downed another enemy without having to like let go of the trigger and then pull Lara's weapons back out again. With the tank controls, the weapons are just a toggle button, and I think that just works way better as Lara can just lock on to enemies like automatically. Now, like I said, I haven't played through Tomb Raider 2 and 3, so I don't really have any comments on those games, but the general gist I get from the community is that the 2 and 3 remasters are also really good, but it seems not all the games have got the same level of love, as I've seen a lot of discussion on Twitter on some levels, especially in Tomb Raider 3, seemingly being like unfinished, and a lot of people have been reporting of like items being invisible, and I have seen happen a couple of times in Tomb Raider 1 so far, and apparently it's an issue that persists in Tomb Raider 2 and 3, and it's a bit of a recurring issue, I believe. I do believe this has been fixed with a recent patch. I would also like to add, talking about items actually, that I do think these new models for the items, I do think sometimes sometimes make them very hard to see in certain areas of certain levels, where they are just barely visible. And I have had to switch back to the classic graphics at some points to actually see where the items are. And like I said, there was a patch recently released on March 13th. We've only got some small patch notes. As you can see, there's a lot more patch notes for Tomb Raider 2 than there is for 3 and 1. From what I understand, from what I've seen on Twitter, there's also some additional changes being made across the board that aren't in these patch notes. But there's a few things I want to check to see if they're fixed. They've talked about key pickup items being more visible, but there's no words here on whether the key items that are completely invisible, the non-existent ones, whether they've been patched in. I've also heard that there's some updated like water textures maybe. I don't know. I want to go check some of this stuff out. So yeah, let's just jump into the game and let's check out to see if we can notice any of the changes. We are back in the Lost Valley level. We're about to take on the T-Rex. But the reason why we're back here is because I want to check after this T-Rex fight. I want to check the building over to that's kind of to the left there. I want to check on the roof of that to see if the items are a bit more visible now. So I'm just going to jump ahead to that part. All right, let's see if these items are visible. So I can very clearly see... Oh, so they've replaced the action icon with a hand. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, so the health pack is a bit more visible than before. Now I can see the clips when I'm like right on top of them, but when I'm down here, they kind of blend in. But the first time I played through this level on my own, I got to this part and I knew there was a key somewhere in this room, but I could not find it for the life of me. And that's because this key right here was actually one of the invisible keys. So you could only see it in classic graphics mode. You could only see the key here. You couldn't see it in the remastered graphics mode. But now, as you can see, the key is here. So they fixed that. So that's definitely one of the things that's been fixed, which I'm very happy about, because I was absolutely sure there was a key in this room somewhere, but I couldn't remember it was. I had to go look up Badass Games tutorial to find where the key was, because I was absolutely sure I was missing something, and thank God I did, because the key was right there. And at the time I didn't even think to switch to classic graphics mode to look that up. So I think the lighting in the water has changed. I don't remember the water being like the lighting in the water being this blue. Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe that's not actually the case. And then the other change I've heard is they've actually made some changes to the photo mode as well. So you can now actually move Lara around, which is pretty cool. You can move her up or down, you can rotate her, you can move her around, which is pretty cool, because before the photo mode was very static. So now you can like actually, like if you get the seating pose here, this was kind of a useless pose before, but now you can sit her here and you can actually like sit her down so she's actually like positioned properly, sitting on something or whatever. Apparently there's some new poses as well. So I think there was only 6 poses before. So I think we got 2 new poses. Let me just move her up so she's nice and centered. So this is one of the new poses. Let me just take that off so I can see it better. I like that, that's really cool. And I believe this is also another new pose. And this pose here is actually the pose she makes on the classic Tomb Raider cover, which I don't have any, because I have this mod installed. I don't have any of the classic outfits. It doesn't look like there's new face poses, so it just looks like that's the new changes. But yeah, that's kind of cool. There she is. This is unified Lara right here. Oh god, that's going to trigger some classic fans, isn't it? I think this update's a decent little update, but there's plenty of other videos on YouTube which go more in detail on the Tomb Raider remasters, and I'm sure there'll be videos that go more in detail on the changes as well. Like I said, I just haven't had a chance to play it properly, and at the moment I'm playing Final Fantasy, so I'm not really going to get much of a chance to jump back into it. I do want to note though that I am a little disappointed with this update though, that when you switch to classic graphics mode, that you're still locked at what looks like it's still locked at 30 FPS. I just think it's weird, especially when I can actually just go and install Tomb Raider 1 right now. I could go and install Tomb Raider 1 and install some mods on it and uncap the frame rate, and it runs really smoothly and really well. So hopefully they do fix that in a future update. Apparently, according to Twitter, the camera hasn't really been fixed. Like, it's been smoothed out in some areas people have noticed, but it hasn't been fixed in general. So I would really like to see that fixed personally. And I mean, just look at this. Like, this is another great example of just like the lighting and the atmosphere. Like, look at the differences between the old and the new. Like, it's so different. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Like I did say up top, the footage for this video was mostly recorded in a live stream over on my other channel, Rebelcraft Live. I plan on doing like more live streams over there in the future. I don't really have like a set schedule or anything, but I'm just gonna live stream kind of whenever I feel like it. But it's just gonna be really chill vibes, playing a variety of games. Might even record some footage for videos over there as well. Kind of want to get into RP, so we might do that maybe on stream. But yeah, I'll leave a link to my other channel below the like button if you want to check that out and get notified when I do go live. And also it's my archive channel, so you can also find like my podcast over there, and you can also find some of my like older videos and stuff over there as well. And I'll also leave my other Tomb Raider videos below as well. And of course, if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing. I really appreciate all the support on the channel recently. The Angel of Darkness video has over 10,000 views, which is completely unexpected. I do have a Destiny 1 video currently in the works, so that should be out within the next few weeks, hopefully, if all things go according to plan. But thanks again for the support, and bye for now.